When did I know that my husband, Joe, was hard of hearing?
You're watching the Beer Pantry Show.
I met Joe 2 months before his 27th birthday. And pretty quickly in one of our phone conversations, I realized that he had some difficulty hearing me. Back then it was only landlines, okay, no cell phones. I brought it up to him and he said he thinks it's like a phone connection issue and maybe some allergies or something that was making him have a hard time hearing me on the phone. So as we got to know each other over the 2.5 years, I pretty much knew that he was hearing impaired, and I didn't bring it up to him because it just felt like it was a sensitive topic. So after we got married, every time he wouldn't hear me, he'd say, oh, you know, I was watching TV, I wasn't paying attention, or I think my sinuses are acting up and everything's plugged or whatever. So finally, I think 3 years into the marriage, we went to a health fair. And they had one of those trailers at the health fair where they were doing hearing tests inside the trailer. So I convinced him to go in, and there were a group of 10 of us, and we all went in and they tested us. It was a short test, you know, boop, 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 out the door. And as everybody stepped out of the trailer, there was somebody there with a paper going, you passed, you passed, you passed, you passed, you passed. And I was the second to the last person to come out the trailer, and Joe was the last person, and they said, you passed, you passed. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm wrong. This man's not deaf. You know, so, or hearing impaired, because it's deaf is when you completely can't hear, right? And so then they go, wait. And they pulled him aside and go, we're so sorry, but you failed. But you have to go see your provider to let them do a more extensive test to see if we're correct. You need like a second opinion. And so he did. We had some good coverage at the time. He did. And that's when they told him that he had damage to both ears, but one ear was worse than the other one, and that he needed hearing aids. So what did we do? We sold a van that we had at the time because we were buying a new van. We sold the old van for $2,500, and we went to a hearing aid place and we got a pair of hearing aids for $2,500. We couldn't afford anything expensive. And I've learned through all these hearing tests throughout the years that honestly, those name brand places that I will not name, they get their hearing aids from the same place the other places get their hearing aids from, which is some street in Tijuana, Mexico. All the factories are on this one street. That's what we heard, allegedly. So he had those hearing aids for a good 8 years, I think. And then he got another pair when Obamacare went into effect. He got another pair. And so that was really quality. He operates it from his phone and all that stuff. And then since then, 4 years went by and they changed it again for him. And then now they're about to change it again. Let's go into the building, guys. Are you ready, boo? Mm-hmm. Are you excited?
As usual.
So what pair of hearing aids this now are you getting?
What kind?
Go walk a little bit more in. What pair? This is your third, your fourth, your fifth pair? Which one is it? Fourth pair. The first pair we paid for. The second pair we got through the affordable health care. And then 4 years later they updated it, right?
Yeah.
And then here we are 4 years later. So it's been a total of 8 years?
Something like that.
Since the affordable health care?
Come up, see if we can double check.
This is more like what Joe has right now, the sides. But Joe has the custom tip right here. This is in the ear, outside the ear, but these are too much power, too little power for Joe. These two. So this is a mold?
Yeah,
He
it's a
didn't give
mold.
you nothing for the referral?
Oh no, not even a gift card to Kohl's for me to buy pot
The
sets.
first one I get, we got a mold like this.
Joe, why are you yelling?
Really? So he didn't even buy you a Big Mac? Wow.
What? What? Smell it.
It's so exciting, guys, because in 4 years technology has changed so much where hearing aids are concerned that Joe can get an in the ear set of hearing aids instead of the ones where it hangs on the back. He doesn't like the ones that hang on the back of his ear, because when he puts on his hat and glasses and stuff, it's a whole thing. And when he takes off that stuff, he's pulling the hearing aids out, right? So they said they have a powerful one that he can use inside the ear. And let me tell you what all he can do with those hearing aids. Wait till we get in the car. Boo, I'll give you a treat at Popeyes, but only if they have the sale.
I'll take that.
Only if they have the sale. The $2, what do they call it? The two-piece? Two-piece meal for $7.
I ain't buying no two-piece thing for no $15. The hell with that.
So, Jimmy was his provider today. I loved him. He does real estate on the side, so I'm gonna be promoting him every chance I get. Anyways, Jimmy said that Joe will be able to answer the phone in with Bluetooth in the hearing aids, and so he doesn't have to like take the hearing aids out to put the phone to his ear to talk, and then he still can't hear, because if he puts the phone with the hearing aids in, he has feedback. That's what he's been dealing with for 4 years. He'll be able to answer the phone and hear whoever's talking to him in both ears, and he'll be able to like watch videos on his phone, YouTube and stuff like that, and have it play through the hearing aids. The only thing is he's gonna have to charge those aids every night, put it in the case and charge it, and then in the day he can use it. And he goes, it's okay, I'll remember. It's so exciting. We're getting back into our sign language. Joe and I took sign language classes back before I got pregnant with Joshua. He's about to be 35 on June the 18th. So 35 years ago we took sign language classes, and we were really good at it for about 5 years, and then we stopped using the language. And then when the kids got into college, they each took sign language classes. I think Jada took more than the boys, and Jada's really good at it, and she has helped out so many people when she encounters them and they have a communication issue. She's really good at it. So Joe and I are practicing again. Well, I'm the one practicing right now. I found some videos where I'm getting caught up with the words again. Some of the words have changed, and I'm gonna like record myself doing the signs, not so much to put a video out there, but just so I can find my own video quickly on my desktop and look up, okay, what's that sign, because some of the people take too long to get to the point in their videos. I had to quickly move my hand because Joe couldn't see. So my boo is kind of upset because the dish comes with 2 side orders, and he ordered fries, right? Fries and coleslaw, and when he got home his coleslaw wasn't in the meal. So it's too much to drive back, waste of gas to drive back. So I told him, buy some cabbage and I'll make you some good coleslaw, baby.
Okay.
Feel better now?
Feel better now.
So Joe finished eating his Popeyes, and he's still mad over the coleslaw that they didn't give him. But I told him, don't cry, boo, because maybe that coleslaw would have given you diarrhea. So here it is. He has his appointment for June 27th at 3:30 to go pick up the brand new pair of hearing aids. What are you gonna do with the old ones?
Just keep it.
They don't take it back?
No.
So you want to try to donate it to somebody in Belize?
I might just do that.
So we're gonna have to find out how to donate it, because it's gonna have to go to a hearing aid place, right, where they can test it. Maybe Stella Morris, and then they can test it to see who it matches, because it's like eyeglasses. The prescription will match somebody else. It might not match the person you want it to match, but it probably will match somebody else. You know what we found out, guys, when Joe went home for his dad's funeral in the dog's here, if you see Joe distracted, in 2023? Okay, rude. We found out that his younger sister, his baby sister from his dad's side, is also hearing impaired. I'm not going to put any videos or images of her here because I didn't ask for permission, and I don't want to do that to the young lady. She's beautiful, she's smart, and when Joe met her, she was right away attracted to Joe because she goes, wait, both of us. So for hard of hearing, that's the sign for hearing impaired, hard of hearing. This is the sign for deaf. You go from the ear to the mouth, or from the mouth to the ear, but Jada says now they put the D, the letter D, and go like that, deaf. And then for hearing is this, because you blah 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 blah, hearing. So those are the signs. Yeah, so I think it's never bothered me that Joe has this hearing deficiency, because he's had it ever since he was young. But now that he's gotten older, people tend to write him off immediately when they hear his age and hear that he has trouble with his hearing, and they just assume that it's because of his age. And it really shouldn't matter, guys. No matter how old the person is or how young the person is, if they have some type of deficiency, we as a society should be quick to help and not just write people off. You know? What do you think, babe?
True.
So when we go to parties, that's why you stick close to me, because I can be your mouthpiece, right? But now with these new hearing aids,
Don't need you no
the
more.
guy said that you're not going to be hearing all that background noise going on and stuff like
You
that.
know what I'm saying?
You don't need me no
I
more?
don't need you no more.
In his dreams. Just in case you guys noticed that when I'm doing my videos now and I'm telling these stories, I'm referring to Joe as my husband Joe, or my daughter Jada, or my son Josh. It's because in all the training that I've gotten from these mentors at YouTube, they're saying I just can't put in the title Joe did this, Jada did that, Joshua did that, because people who don't know the channel don't know who these people are. And when they're doing a common Google search, they're not searching for Joe, Joshua, Jada, Mary Jane, that one. They're searching for sister, mom, brother, dad, husband, wife, friend. They're searching for those common words. So that's why I'm using those formal titles, and it's not for no other reason, okay?
This is the Beth Country Show.
What's wrong with your eyes?
The glare is rushing at my eyes.
Look, if I can take off my sunglasses and squint at my viewers, you
I'm
can
squinting too, but my glare is messing.
you can do the same thing, Joe.